So we are here with Miss Inday Abansenya Arcenas at the last night of wake of Mr. Cocoy Laurel.
Hi everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your prayers, your love for Cocoy. I am Inday Abansenya Arcenas. My mother, Rose Laurel Abansenya, is the older sister of Tito Doy Laurel, and that makes me and Cocoy first cousins.
And you are his closest cousin, is that correct?
Cocoy is closest to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
He was so loving, he was so generous with his time. And not only that, his generosity was more than just giving things. He gave of himself. And mostly, there was never any family endeavor that Cocoy was not a part of. Although he was such a genius, and I think that sometimes we always say that he had all the gifts of being a pianist, a guitarist, plays the violin, composer, painter, stage, lahat. Si Cocoy na, he talked so well. But really beneath that, he was a very, very, should we say, humble and very shy person.
Can you tell me any specific circumstances which he displayed his generosity? Because I've been always hearing about his generosity, his kindness, his willingness to even give the shirt off his back just to aid other people.
Cocoy's generosity was not in kind, in terms of giving things and giving money. His generosity was giving of his time. Always a family reunion has to have Cocoy. He was our shining star. Through rain, through flood, through whatever, Cocoy was always with us all those years with Tito Doy and with my uncles. Because remember, the family has been in public service for over 100 years. And public service means it was not being in hotels, it was not being in nice houses. Public service means being with the people, with the grassroots. Cocoy was a man of the people. He didn't care about material things. He never even had branded stuff. But what was important to him was that he made life for other people happy, beautiful, comfortable. And most of all, he loved this country. And he always said, just like our grandfather Jose P. Laurel, sino pa ang magmamahal sa bayan kung hindi tayo? Na tayong mga Pilipino. And this is a legacy that Cocoy as our icon in that part of music and arts, he lived it. He lived loving this country. He loved God first and foremost. And he took care of all of us. He not only took care of Tito Doy and Tito Celia, but he was so concerned and cared for all of us in his own way and in our own way too.
Miss Inday, were you able to visit him during his last days?
Yes, I was with him last week at the wedding, and we sat down together in the table, and all that he kept talking about was my mother, because when my mother passed away, he took the place of my mother in the choir of San Antonio, Santuario de San Antonio. He was part of that choir. And to think that such a star like him would sing with the others in the choir in the church as a simple man. And he was talking about the future. And he was saying that he really wants that this country will improve. He hopes that people will be able to attain their dreams, be able to go to school. So he said that whatever he can do, he will do it. And he was doing so much. He would be painting churches. He would be devoting his time looking for assistance for people who were sick. And he was always referring people in need to agencies that he hoped that they could help him.
Is there anything you wish you could have told him before he passed on?
I don't think so, because in our family, we always tell each other, we love you. And I think telling people how you really feel about them, appreciating them, and showing them how much you care for them is not only once during birthdays or Christmas, but it is really should be, should I say, a lifelong until you're here in this world. You know, we're a big family, and I think the only reason that our family has survived all of this is because we care for each other.
So, last question. What is your most beautiful memory with Victor Cocoy Laurel?
Every time I see him, it's a big memory because we always reminisce a lot, and Coco is always smiling, and he is always asking, "How are you?" and how are Trisha, my daughter, my other daughter Annie, you know, how is Davao? Because I've lived in Davao for 50 years. And every time I see him, it's like catching up and updating. We love Cocoy, and we know that all of you love him, and we thank you so much for that love.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
for
much.
this
Thank
interview.
you. God bless.
God
Thank
bless
you.
too.